Yeah, here with my man Rock. What's up, boy? Coming straight out the federal penitentiary, man. One of the realest dudes, one of the good dudes, good-hearted dudes, man, from back in the day, man. Straight dude, man. Ain't a lot of dudes left, you know what I'm saying? What's up,
No
though,
doubt about it.
boy?
What's up? Salam alaikum.
Why you slam Rock the Rock? What's going on with you?
Oh man, in the situation. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah, man.
In the situation.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, I was,
Know how that thing feel. You getting short.
yeah,
How that make you feel, man? It's almost over. Walk that dub down.
yeah. What is that, man? I feel like I got like 21 more months to go, inshallah. And right now, I feel like a lot of anxiety. I feel like, man, like this shit crazy. Like it's almost over, but I don't really know how it is to be over. I
Yeah,
don't even know how I feel to be free no more.
yeah, no doubt. It feel weird,
You feel
right?
what I'm saying?
It's hard to see the light
Yeah.
at the end of the tunnel. Like you
You
know
know,
it's there.
I be thinking about eating off for like silverware.
Ah,
Like that.
and a plate.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like little shit like that. Then I was talking to a friend earlier. She from the block, and she was saying that she was trying to say like basically like she was calling me unloyal because of a relationship that I was in with her back in the day, right?
Right.
And I'm just sitting there like it's crazy with how people define loyalty. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm telling her like, yo, you define my loyalty to you because I was messing with another broad and you was messing with other dudes, but you may not got from that relationship what you feel as though you supposed to have got from that relationship looking back on it, right? But at the same token, I'm sitting here doing 20 years, right? And then somebody might say, well, you was loyal to a certain individual when they don't really understand it wasn't a certain individual. It was more so everybody that was involved.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It was like
So let me
it's
ask you a
more
quick
than
question. When she's saying you loyal to
yeah.
a certain individual, is she talking about as far as taking the time and not telling, or like another chick and a kid and stuff like that?
She talking relationship wise.
Okay. I just
When she talking
wanted to be
relationship
clear.
wise, but relationship wise, it was like it was what it was. It was like, you know,
Yeah.
like I'm trying to figure out
It was just
like where
basically a friends with
it
benefit
was a
type of
relate.
situation.
Yeah, it was young kids.
Right,
You
right.
feel what I'm saying? Like running around. Like I'm trying to figure out, a lot of times for like females from back in the day hold you accountable for they situation that they in now because they may have looked at you with a certain esteem. What's going on? Rico, with a certain esteem. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was talking to her about that.
So, is it
Then,
possible that she could have? So basically, with a certain esteem, meaning you was her bar. Her relationship with you, even though it wasn't a real relationship, was kind of like a bar she set, whereas though you was her ideal man, and every man after her kind of like had to fit you.
yeah, that's how I kind of feel. And I kind of feel that she feel as though because I did her wrong, she in the situation she in now. Well, I don't really look at it like I did her wrong.
Right.
I just look at it like I was a 23-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Same thing with my kids' mom. You feel what I'm saying? Then I'm in the situation. My relationship now is like I'm on the tip now where it's like I have a fear to be in a situation when I come home and then hurt somebody when I come home. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because my situation being as though I got locked up so young, I don't really want to come home not knowing what to expect, and then I do something that I'm not preparing to do, but have a strong possibility of doing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Then it looked like a typical nigga just came home and shitted on the girl who was lying for him. You feel me?
No doubt. I think that
Yeah.
one of the things in your favor is that it's not the same way like you remember. You know, by me having the experience that you're going through, we get stuck on how the world was when we last remembered it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's so different out here now as far as how everybody is, how everybody move, and a lot of people that's our age, they kind of like more settling in. You still got some, don't get me wrong, you still got some loose individuals out here that's freestyling that can't find a man. But you really not gonna want to deal with the one that's high and pilled up and in a bar all day or wore out. You know what I mean? If anything, you'll be challenged by the younger women. Cause they still snatch, they still got that look, they still got them fresh bodies. But when you start to look at their mind and the way they think, it's a turn off. So if that was my most concern, but it's not when you get out here and see it, it's your least concern. You know what I mean? And I feel like the stability part is more so how beneficial is y'all connecting once you on the other side? Like, how good is you being a stepdad? Because they might say, I just need somebody for me and help me with the dean and different things like that. But at the end of the day, they really be wanting a fill-in dad. Somebody to fill in and give them some assistance with their kids and with whatever they got going on, their lifestyle, whatever they got going on. You know what I mean? It ain't always about money. Sometimes it can drain you. Like, if I had to give a person advice now, back then, when I was in the situation and we was in the trenches together, I would have told a person, just from an Islamic standpoint, be married, man, so you won't have to go out there and deal with the fitna. Because thinking like how the world was when we was young and the influence we had. People gonna have love for you, but the influence and certain stuff gonna be a little different because now whatever made you subpar then, not subpar, whatever made you like superior then, the way the world changed and social media and easy access and everything being fast, it take your superiority. So it ain't the same as it once was. So when you come out here, you kind of like, your legend is better than yourself in a sense. You know what I mean? Because everybody older now, so now everybody got a bank account. Everybody like trying to buy their house. Everybody might got a car note. Everybody might got this. Everybody like managing, and everybody that was young, that was kind of like dumb not dumb in the sense of how we use it, but dumb in the sense of ignorant of not knowing. They kind of got a better idea now. You remember back in the day, like you could school people to a lot of stuff because you might have read about it. You might have paid attention to something in school that they didn't, and you might have had a one-up. But now, by everything being so easy access, it's so easy for people to just know what you already trying to tell them. And they might not have an understanding. It's like a dude writing a book about jail who never been to jail. He just writing off what he heard. But he don't understand what jail is. He just going off his imagination and what people tell him. It's a different effect.
Hey, hold on. Ain't nobody doing that. No.
It's basically a different effect. So I think that is a bigger concern trying to find yourself and get to know yourself and relearn the world and relearn yourself as a free man than cheating.
Yeah. That's how I feel. I feel like that. I feel like it's a lot of things that I'm going to have to get in contact with myself on the outside world because I know myself on the inside world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know how to stay out the way. I know how to, make my moves. I know how to do what I want to do in the inside world because I've been in here for so long. I haven't been out there. You feel what I'm saying? Then I got to reconnect with my kids. I got to really get to learn my kids. I really don't know them. I know them from our conversations. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know how they walk. You feel what I'm saying? Just little things. You know what I mean? Then, my mom getting up there. I had to spend time with my mom. It's a lot of things. Then I'm ambitious. So there's a lot of things I want to achieve. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm putting all these things on the pedestal. And I'm putting all these things on the table. And I'm like, dang, it's really no more slices and pieces left.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I'm damaged. You know how this shit is.
No doubt.
This shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I ain't the average 37-year-old.
Right. And I realize a lot of us coming out of them situations suffer from PTSD. And we traumatized from a lot of different things. We got a lot of issues from just dealing with that everyday life and that everyday struggle in there. Remember, I'll be telling people about this. I had, in one of my talks, I bring this up. You remember that newspaper article that they were saying like 80-something% of Philadelphia kids suffer from postpartum depression?
PTSD.
Post-traumatic stress syndrome. You remember we was watching it? I be telling people about that now because a lot of people don't look at the paper. Especially we did, and we didn't understand that people out here wasn't thinking about no paper. But remember the little kids was in elementary and they was looking at the dead body?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah.
We come out of there suffering from PTSD and don't realize it. Because you hold it together when you in there. Like, I'm going to tell you one of my biggest things, and this is something to look forward to. The reality of, we went in them joints 22, 23, 24, 25. Dudes coming home 40, 39.
Yeah.
You really lost your chance to do anything. You really lost your chance at life. I'm gonna tell you what killed me the most is the reality of it. And there I wasn't thinking about it. I was just toughing up and doing the time. And you don't think about it, you get 12, 13 years and you ain't thinking about what happened during that time. And what I realized is that when I think about, I ain't get a chance to grow up with my kids and watch them grow up. And now they grown and they kind of like in their own world, and it's hard to get an attachment to them. It's hard to get them reattached to me. I ain't get a chance to pick the wife that I wanted, or the career that I wanted, or, you know, some investments that I would have had to